This is the Fifth Estate, a conversation between young African scholars from the Fort Hall School of Government in Nairobi, Kenya, and Professor Matiangi. 2026 will be the year of high politics, and we will plunge straight into the deep end. We have stated on this channel that Uhuru Kenyatta wanted Ruto to become president in 2022. Not because he liked Ruto, but because he was executing a scheme. Allow us to break this down. For starters, the Kenyattas will be back in power by 2032. Take it or leave it. And to execute this scheme, they needed a 10-year plan, a break from power. But the question on the Kenyatta kitchen table was this: between Raila and Ruto, who would give them a 10-year break? If you make Raila president, he would stay until 2032. Then Ruto would take over until 2042. And the Kenyatta return would be delayed for 20 years. However, if you allow Ruto to take over, the Kenyattas will return in 10 years. What is more, Raila will be finished or dead. Kalonzo will be slow-punctured and discredited. And come 2032, Matiangi will be the adopted young bull flying the Kenyatta flag almost unopposed. This was the plan: betray Raila, give Ruto the presidency, then return to power in 2032 using Matiangi as the Kenyatta poster boy.
The Kenyatta scheme to betray Raila was executed by Fred Matiangi, knowingly or unknowingly. He was the hired butcher, the man who finished Babaman and became the beneficiary of his demise and death. If Uhuru had wanted to make Raila president, Matiangi would have executed this scheme with surgical precision, military style. We know what Matiangi was capable of, but he did not. He acted suboptimally. He was the beneficiary of Baba's failure on behalf of the Kenyattas. And the country will never forgive him for this. Now we return to the Kenyatta Cookbook of Politics for 2032. 1. Have you wondered how Uhuru lost the Kikuyus to Ruto? And why after electing Ruto, the Kikuyus became Ruto's bitter enemy? Is this sheer coincidence or a calculated risk on the part of the Kenyattas? This was definitely a calculated risk. Uhuru mortgaged the Kikuyus to Ruto, and the Kikuyus made Ruto president. This way, Raila could not blame Uhuru. It was the Kikuyus who defied Uhuru and chose Ruto. At face value, this makes sense. But at the core, this defiance was calculated and enabled by Uhuru. 2. Have you wondered why the Uhuru rebellion in Gema was led by Uhuru's former personal assistant, Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua? This was also calculated and deliberate. And 2032 and the Matiangi project will tell us why.
Back to the Kenyatta playbook of politics. We must recap two things and their intended purposes. 1. Why did Uhuru support Raila in 2022 and then backstab him from the shadows? We have explained one intention. If Raila became president, the Kenyattas would not get back to power through Matiangi until 2042. By this time, Uhuru would be 84 years. He will be as old as his father when he died. And so, there was urgency to shorten the waiting period. That is why Uhuru supported Ruto's 10-year term in 2022. But why did he support Raila too? Uhuru wanted to heal the historical wounds between his family, Kikuyus, and the Odinga family. And he achieved this. Finito. History revised. The second intention of 2022 for the Kenyattas was to depict Kikuyus as honorable people. And that is why Uhuru encouraged Kikuyu defiance against himself in favor of Ruto. The Kikuyus paid their debt to Ruto. Finito. Now they are free to court any candidate in the dating scene. And the candidate will be Fred Matiangi. Take it or leave it. Matiangi will be on the ballot in 2027 as a Kenyatta project. Half of Gema will vote for him, but he will fail. However, Uhuru will use this trial test to regain Gema. And the end game is 2032.
Now we must pose a fundamental question. Will Uhuru betray Matiangi, the deep state playboy? Yes. If Uhuru betrayed Raila, who is Matiangi, a Kisii? And did Uhuru betray Mudavadi in 2013 when he handed over the presidential ticket to him? Yes. Did he betray Kalonzo and drag him to Azimio in 2022, kicking and screaming? Yes. And did he do this to destroy Kalonzo? Yes. This is the Kenyatta cookbook of politics. Dynasties are jealous institutions. Jomo Kenyatta created the Kenyatta dynasty in 1923. It is 100 years old. Do you think they can hand over this heritage to a Kisii from Keroka? Zero. Here is the plan. Matiangi is a decoy, like Raila was in 2022. He will be sponsored for the 2027 election and fail. Then, the real Kenyatta project will be unveiled in 2032. And this project is Uhuru Kenyatta. He is a healthy male with all 32 teeth intact. And he is the son of Jomo. This will be the Kenyatta candidate in 2032. If Uhuru betrayed Raila, it was to make Uhuru president in 2032. And if Uhuru supported 10 years of Ruto, it was to make Uhuru president in 2032 and not 2042. In sum, the best strategy is always the obvious strategy. If the Kenyattas have a healthy male alive, why front Matiangi?
Let us turn to Kalonzo because he is not particularly clever. Uhuru Kenyatta is playing the long game. First, he uses Raila as a decoy. Then, he eliminates him. Raila dies. His argument to Raila is this: I tried, but the Kikuyus defied me. Yet, the Kikuyu defiance was created deliberately by Uhuru in favor of Ruto. Second, Uhuru uses Matiangi as a pawn to be fielded in 2027. Then, he eliminates Matiangi. His argument to Matiangi is, I tried. Ruto was too strong for us. Yet, Uhuru knew this all along because he created the Ruto strongholds. Come 2032, all potential candidates for president, including Kalonzo, will be eliminated. And Uhuru Kenyatta will be a fresh idea to Kikuyus and the public. This is how Kalonzo will be buried in the grave of antiquity. But there is a way out for Kalonzo. One, he will not be the united opposition candidate. 0. Matiangi will run as a Kenyatta decoy, and he will fail. 2. Kikuyus will not support Kalonzo. Rigi we lie to him, deliver nothing. And this is because since 1992, the Kambas have never voted for Kikuyus. Kikuyus have no reason to support Kalonzo. Our point? Kalonzo should just reach out to Ruto and carry his 2.6 million votes to him. Then he can negotiate for 2032.